Welcome to the Minor Student Athlete Feature. And today we have Kristin Steins, who competes for the women's soccer and basketball teams, joining us. And Kristin, I know right now you're kind of working with two sports here, trying to prepare for an upcoming season that's going to take place really playing-wise until November. Kind of tell us what you're kind of dealing with right now as far as your preparations go for these coming seasons.
So right now both teams are in preseason mood, so a lot of lifting, running, working through. We have a new coach for basketball, so learning her system. It's just been a lot of learning, getting the freshmen caught up to speed for both sports.
And granted, you've had limited times with these teams, about a month right now. Kind of what do you see right now with the teams going into the year, what the prospects are possibly?
For soccer, especially since we had such a big senior class, I'm really excited to see how the freshmen are going to step up and which freshmen are going to be able to fill in the spots that we missed, and see what sophomores are going to be able to get more playing time and make an impact.
How about on the basketball front?
Basketball side, I think all three freshmen are going to get a lot of playing time. They're going to do really well. They're going to fit right in. Or I guess two freshmen and a transfer.
Now, under normal circumstances, you'd be preparing to play games right now, obviously being in the middle of soccer season, but due to COVID-19, things have been put on hold and all that. How's it been for you this fall under these circumstances?
It's been a little wild since usually, we're coming in soccer preseason a week before classes start even. It's day one fitness test. And we basically sat around for three weeks waiting to get tested, waiting to get everything set up. So that was a bit hard, kind of just, what are you going to do for 3 weeks? A lot of, working out on your own, trying to, do workouts with like one other teammate, but just kind of waiting to get back into the swing of things.
Now, of course, you didn't have a spring season either to play, to work out or anything like that or play any games. How'd you work around matters during the time when we went to online classes in March all the way up till you came back?
So in the spring, it was a lot of, running on your own, checking in with everybody. We'd get workouts each week sent to us by our coach to go do. And then the summer, I was in Kansas City, living by myself, had an internship. So I had to, wake up, at 5 a.m., go for a run, go lift before going to work for, 8 hours.
Probably to sleep by about 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night,
ready
for the next day. Now, you're unique on the soccer team and on the basketball team as well for being the only one really that's playing two sports.
Yeah.
What do you find to be the biggest challenge competing in multiple sports at the collegiate level?
A lot of it is just, some of it is when they're both, doing a lot of stuff. My body is I'm always sore. But a lot of communication between the two coaches, checking in with this coach, all right, we moved practice this time, I'm not going to be able to go to these waves, or I'll make up this time. And also having, obviously classes in there too, is a lot with both sports kind of giving both sports giving me things to do.
Really a full day, from the academic and athletic standpoint.
Wake up every morning, first thing I do is plan, all right, what time do I have to wake up, each hour, what I got to be doing.
Really test your time management skills.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you're a goalkeeper in soccer, and in basketball you play in the post. And in most cases, you're the last line of defense. Now, obviously, you see everything in front of you in soccer, for instance, and all that. Take us kind of through a sequence of what you have to, kind of communicate to your teammates and all that. Being in goal and trying to, communicate what's going on in the field in front of you, so everybody stays in place on defense.
So usually you can see it coming. So you see that we have the ball, we will lose the ball, and they start to turn and they start coming towards you. So you gotta make sure you gotta be looking constantly. Ball's on this side, you gotta make sure this backside person's. You gotta yell at them, make sure that they're doing the right thing. Everybody's marked up. It's constant head swivel, heads on the swivel, checking in with everybody and making sure everybody's got their marks and their assignments.
Now, I'm going to back up here a little bit. Here we talked about two-sport athlete and all that. Here at Missouri S&T, you've been used to playing basketball in the winter after a soccer season in the fall. This season is more like we had to do in high school, where you're playing your basketball season prior to your soccer season.
Yeah.
Which do you think was easier to make the transition to?
Going from soccer to basketball, in college, was always pretty easy because they didn't overlap. There was always maybe a week in between, and I just try and catch up really, really fast. And the coach was really understanding about that. And now that it's flipped, I'm not sure when we still don't. Where basketball season isn't set yet, so I think there might be a weekend crossover here or there, but it'll just be interesting to see how it ends up and how everything matches up, and it'll just be a lot of communication with both the coaches. So,
do you feel it's easier to go from soccer to basketball or basketball to soccer?
it'll probably end up being better for me to go basketball to soccer, but I don't know.
A lot of conditioning either way.
Yeah.
Okay, so what made you decide to attend Missouri S&T?
So I'm from St. Louis, so I always knew Rolla. Everybody said as soon as I said, okay, I want to do engineering, they were like, you should go to Rolla. And I was like, okay, like maybe it was always in the back of my mind. And I kind of started looking into it more, and I was like, okay, you can't get better engineering. And I was able to play soccer, and then I just kind of picked up basketball right at the end. So it was kind of a place where I could do everything.
And you're in mechanical engineering. What made you decide to go that direction?
So I wanted to do something in the medical field, so I'm also minoring in biomedical engineering. So I thought that mechanical would give me a good base to be able to use something, because I want to do something with biomechanics to transition into, like, from mechanical into biomechanics a little easier than any other major.
And now when's your graduation plan right now?
Right now I'm supposed to graduate in the spring, but I might take an extra semester since they're giving us that extra year.
And what's your plans beyond graduation?
Get a job somewhere, medical field, medical devices, so.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and good luck this season.
Thanks.